Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
18.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down.
That's mine. Yeah.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's going to get it running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And his kick is indeed good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 43 yards. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gault. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is going to be Packer football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for right side here, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
26.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Gronk that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. This is Ajayi. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ajayi, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas, it's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop the throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Perry. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
That's fine. Yeah. No. 319. Jumbo. No.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Ajayi. Able to spin free. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Zoom. Hey, check 26. 319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And the grab by Croft. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They pitch it out to Johnson, and they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. 319.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Steps away to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he's got room. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajani. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's go, come on. Liz.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Single receivers. 258. Hey, check 26.
Back now at Lambeau. The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
I'll go over here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll look to throw here. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. From the 2 now, second and goal. They come out here in the eye.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's second down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, we are going.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, we are going.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So out now come the Cardinals. This remains a one-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late, they just need to kind of hold on, seal this victory.
And the defense did it so well, didn't they? Didn't allow any points and got the ball back for their offense in order to close out this game. What a great feeling for both sides of the ball.
It'll be a better feeling if the offense can just seal this thing. We'll see if they can do it.
You trying to say the defense doesn't want to go back out there again?
That's correct.
Okay.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They go to Johnson again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And fights him off. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Jump out. 319.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with 1 second remaining. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.